Hi, it's Mike with AskTractorMike.com. I normally do tractor videos, but today's video is such a cool story that I thought my audience would like to see it. And this is Wes, my neighbor, and we're good friends. And Wes has been working on a project for how many years?
Good three and a half years.
For it's a pickup truck that he's going to give away to his brother this coming Saturday. And it's kind of an exciting story. His brother doesn't know a thing about it. Wes, tell us about what led you to do this for your brother.
My brother, he had a truck like this in high school and then in college, and he drag raced it and played around with it. It was dark blue. And of course life got in the way, and he got married and he got busy working multiple jobs, and we sold the truck. It sat out here beside the shop for a long time, and it was really rusty. And I was talking to my mom about it, and we both kind of talked about it one day, and it just kind of popped into our heads that, you know what, I think I'm going to try to find him an old truck. And ironically, a guy I worked with, his neighbor had this truck. He said, you need to buy my neighbor's truck. And I went and looked at it, and I bought it that evening. So I brought it home, took the old 6-cylinder out of it. That was in 2017, and sold it, and basically went through and stripped all the drivetrain out of it, and bought an LS motor out of a Cadillac Escalade, 2008 Escalade, and transmission out of a Chevy pickup. And a buddy of his in Nashville that's in on this, he owns a high performance shop, TBR High Performance. I've got his shirt on actually. David down there, David Branson in Tennessee, worked on the motor. It's 475 horsepower to tires, and a lot of fun to drive. I just wanted to do this for him. He's a great brother, excellent husband and father. He's just a good person.
And Wes and I both from rural Missouri, and Wade, your brother.
Yep.
And I don't know how much you want to talk about this, but you guys kind of had a tough upbringing, and
oh yeah,
I'm sure that bonded you together.
Oh yeah, we were poor and didn't know it. As you know, in the rural areas, you just grew up on a farm, and we had a hog farm, scooped a lot of hog manure, worked on the farm, you know, 24/7 seemed like. Every day of the week there was something to do, but we grew up hauling hay, raising pigs, and just playing in the dirt with our Tonka toys and riding our bikes to the creek in the afternoons, and honestly living a great life, just, you know, but we didn't have a lot. And he's worked real hard, and I've worked real hard, and we both feel very blessed and fortunate. We've had good careers from what we do, and I just felt led to do this for him because he asked me one time if I thought I could find his old truck, because he just had so much fun in school, you know, or car. You know how it is when you're young, you get your first car. I mean, that's your life then. And he had a blast in that old truck, and I thought, man, I just want to do this for him.
It's cool, guys. I'll tell you, I watched Wes work on it, and you spent a lot of time. And we want to give a shout out to Julie,
yep,
Wes's wife, who doesn't want to be on camera, who has put up with Wes working on this. What year is it?
It's a 64 C-10. His was a 65, same body style. But it's actually, the paint job's about 20 years old. I'm actually the third owner. The truck was bought new in Malden, Missouri.
You've made some modifications. You talked about the engine. Well, tell us some of those stuff. It's got good brakes. Well, I got to drive the thing. It's fun to drive.
It is fun to drive. It's got Willwood brakes all the way around, big 6-piston, 13-inch rotors on the front, and it's got the same braking system like if you were to go out and buy a brand new pickup or SUV today, a hydraulic booster instead of regular booster brakes. It's got a built Ford 9-inch rear end with hardened axles. The front suspension, I tore it all out, took all the springs out, and went with all modern A-arms and front suspension and adjustable shocks. It handles like a brand new Camaro and will outrun a lot of them. Took the fuel tank out from behind the seat. There's a brand new fuel injection fuel tank under the bed with a filler neck in the wood floor. Took everything off of it but the cab. I didn't take the cab off. I was able to get to the frame, painted the whole frame, stripped everything down, and it's basically a new truck, front to back underneath. The paint, the body's the oldest part of it, but everything else is new.
This Saturday, and I'm gonna film this, and we don't exactly know what's going to happen, but Wade is going to be here at your house, and Wes is going to slip off, and I'm going to be right over there recording, and that door's going to open, and this beast is going to come driving down, and we're going to try to get as much of Wade's reaction as we can, and then hopefully get to talk to him a little bit when we're done about his reaction. But I can't wait. This is so cool.
It's going to be a blast. It's been a labor of love though. It's been a lot of work, but I've enjoyed it. Kind of bittersweet that it's ended. Wade's in it now. It's the one that doesn't say GM on it. The GM one's for his guy. It's like the second time I've spoken.
This is Wade, and yesterday, Wade, congratulations.
Thank
you got
you.
the
Thank
surprise of your life.
I did get the surprise of my life.
And tell me, we got your face coming out of the house.
Yeah, it was pretty cool.
What were you thinking?
Well, it was one of those moments that doesn't compute. Like, I was thinking, this can't be what I think it is.
Yeah.
And then my sister-in-law Julie, she said, "There's a bow on it," and there was a bow on the hood. And that's kind of when I realized what was going on. So it was as you see in the reveal, it was pretty emotional for me because this was, I think, Wes has told you the whole story. I had a truck like this when I was much younger, so it's pretty cool to have something like this again. So
tell us about the original truck.
that was a truck I bought when I think I was 18. It was a 65. This is a 64. I bought a 65 Chevy. Just a regular old truck, and I began over a period of time spending all my money making it go fast, and did some drag racing when I was younger, and eventually blew the engine up and kind of got out of that as I got a little older, and family and kids and jobs and things like that. So,
tell us about what you do in your family and all, kind of your background. You're not around Missouri anymore.
no, I'm from Southwest Missouri, near from Bradleyville, Missouri, but live in Hoover, Alabama now, just south of Birmingham. I started my career as a chef years ago here in Springfield, and but I just moved around the country, and now I'm down there. I've been a director of operations at a resort down there, so lived there about 6 years. So it's good.
Tell us about your family.
Been married 20 years in March to my wife Allison. I got 2 kids in here. My son Hazen, who's 11. My daughter Lainey is 9. And yeah, just have a good time.
What about the kids? Are they excited?
They're excited, and they're going to make me drive faster than I probably should because they enjoy it at least as much as I do.
Yeah. What about your wife? How does she feel? Was she in on this whole deal?
She was in on it. I mean, this was a 4-year project that I knew nothing about. And a friend of mine in Tennessee who runs a speed shop in Spring Hill, Tennessee, built the engine and did a lot of the fabrication underneath, along with my brother did a lot of work himself. And so they all knew about it, and they were able to keep a secret for nearly 4 years.
And I don't think your kids knew that was coming.
No, and my daughter, you can't tell her because she'll give away a secret. You gotta be careful. So they kept her out of the loop until yesterday.
So what's your plans with this truck now?
I'm just going to take it home in a month or so. My brother's going to bring it down in a trailer and just drive it and enjoy it. Yeah, maybe play with it more, do more stuff to it, and just like anybody with an old car likes to do. Just keep working on it.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of good. You know, we've had a rough year. This is a lot of bad news this year.
Yes.
And this was supposed to happen at a big car show in Springfield, Missouri. That got called off. And been watching Wes work on it and been excited for this day to come. And it worked out good the way it was. And I think you'll get a lot of fun out of this. And after you left yesterday, we heard you from a distance.
Oh yeah, it's loud.
Yeah.
You can make some noise. So.
Yeah, and we knew you were having fun with it. So congratulations to you.
Appreciate it.
I think we got a kind of a feel-good story this year about a love of a brother.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure Wes got more out of it than you did. You know,
that'll be hard to do. But
more blessed to give than receive is true. And but it's a cool gift, and I hope you enjoy it.
Well, it's one of those things that you don't know how to say thank you for properly. There's no way to. And thank you doesn't do it. So it's just something that I'll never forget. And this will never be for sale. So it's a great vehicle.